Pep Guardiola and Sir Alex Ferguson. Who is the GOAT? Who is the greatest? Because when you look at Pep Guardiola, he changed the way football has been played. The number one play, like from back, inverted wingers, false nine, attacking fullbacks, the system before him, like, you know.
Then why would you put Ferguson in this bracket? Winning more trophies at Manchester United.
Oh, Ferguson. Because the reason why I'm bringing Ferguson also won and is a coach. They call him the greatest United coach ever, the greatest.
Of Jose Mourinho and Ferguson, who has more trophies?
Of Jose Mourinho and Ferguson. Ferguson has more trophies.
Really?
Yes. In the last 20 years of Premier League, Chelsea,
not only Premier League. I don't. Maybe when your question is according to Premier League.
No, in general, like we are talking at their careers.
I think it would have been better to bring in Ferguson and Mourinho, because when you compare someone who structures football and still wins more trophies, that one.
So you mean
way better?
Pep is
way better than Ferguson.
God, comparing him to Guardiola, to Ferguson is a disrespect.
It is not a disrespect because they are coaches, but this one is way better than the other one.
Guardiola is way better than Ferguson.
Structuring football and still winning trophies, actually many trophies and big trophies. That is immense geniusness. Then the other one, besides winning Manchester, some good trophies.
Not some, very good trophies, even up to the ones they have.
Still, what is the other thing you can look at besides that?
Ferguson. Ferguson, he did good. He brought different talents.
Everyone brings in talents. A winner or a winning coach always brings in talents. Then
Ferguson has even Fergie time. Don't remember Fergie time? Fergie time. So, Pep Guardiola is class above.
Yes, it's class above.
You don't compare him to Ferguson.
You would put the likes of Johan
Wenger,
Johan Cruyff, and the likes of Pep Guardiola are those kind of coaches.
Cruyff is too old for me. I cannot really rate him and start analyzing.
You can read about him.
Reading is different from seeing. I watched Ferguson and I've watched Pep Guardiola, the likes of Mourinho, so I can tell that this guy is good and this guy is not good.
Okay, but to me, Pep Guardiola.
Anyway, I remember Pep Guardiola beating Ferguson and I saw Ferguson shivering like this.
Now, how do you come in and start comparing?
The only person who tried to disorganize or put a pressure on Pep, I've seen only two people. Jurgen Klopp and Mikel Arteta. A lot of people are going to argue and say Mikel Arteta is not a superb coach, blah, blah, blah. But apart from not him having a major silverware in his coaching career, he has done things that Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, and most of other coaches that failed to do. Arsenal is playing semi-final back-to-back. God asked Ferguson, Wenger, and you see if he did it. It failed. Go and check coaches who managed to put on a fight, being second, third time in a row. There are very few.
Then there I come in with Jurgen Klopp.
And so you can compare Jurgen Klopp to Mourinho. Mourinho is good.
Mourinho is better than Jurgen Klopp, obviously.
Mourinho is good.
Do you know how many Champions League Mourinho has in his career?
4. Let me say Porto, AC Milan. Was it AC Milan or Inter Milan?
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan. Did he win at Chelsea? No.
Not Champions League at Chelsea.
At Madrid?
Madrid maybe one.
So he has 3.
He has something like 3 or 4.
Champions League. Yeah, Mourinho is God. He's God. So you have run away from my question of Pep Guardiola and Sir Alex Ferguson.
But I have given you simpler details that can justify that. You cannot go anywhere deeper than that. Because I've told you, somebody who structures football and still wins more trophies. And is very, very, very intimidating to face. Even the one you are trying to compare to, Ferguson, was destroyed by this same guy before leaving his coaching career. And then I don't know what you're trying to say. Ferguson is good, but not to the levels of Pep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola is class above. Yeah. Surely he has changed the football.
Everyone is trying to play like Pep Guardiola, but no one is trying to play like Ferguson.
Because Ferguson's system was very hard.
Do you know how that team played?
The Ferguson? Taekwondo. I remember.
I
remember very well.
Now plays that.
Man United versus Arsenal.
Who plays like
stopping
them?
Arsenal the unbeaten run.
Now who plays like them?
Referees on their side, playing badly.
No.
Tough.
Who is playing like them?
I don't know.
But Pep Guardiola, you will find over 100 teams trying to play like actually Pep Guardiola's football. So I don't see any nearness of Ferguson closing into the tables of Pep Guardiola.
The times we have watched Van Dijk in his English Premier League career, is there a better defender than him?
Yes.
Oh.
I have like 3 options there.
Mention.
There is Ferdinand.
No, I'm talking about the players.
You've
Like in
told
his
me.
career, when he has been playing. Let me say, Van Dijk.
Before Ferdinand.
No, I don't want
the
to.
picking orders.
No, I don't want.
This one was coming in.
Ferdinand was old. Ferdinand
And
did
this
not
one
play
was
like
coming.
2 seasons when Van Dijk was playing.
You've asked me in the Premier League,
Okay.
and the defenders have been watching.
Yes, but
Then why do you exclude my
no,
opinion?
like what I'm saying is, while Van Dijk is playing in the Premier League, the defenders that he has played with, is there a better defender than him?
Ferdinand.
Van Dijk. Van Dijk played when Ferdinand was playing. I don't think so.
When he was at Southampton, this guy was leaving Manchester United.
Ferdinand. Then you cannot compare. It's like saying Casemiro and then you start comparing Zubimendi.
Then what are you trying to ask?
Casemiro is going.
Then what?
Zubimendi is starting his career.
If you find somebody along the way, it means you met them in your career.
You cannot judge them because they faced like twice or not twice.
Okay. Set up your question well.
Van Dijk.
In Van Dijk's elite career?
Yes.
Or Van Dijk's
prime time at Liverpool?
Then that is a proper question. Then there is no one there.
John Stones.
The examples you're bringing, they are always on the bench with injuries.
Ruben Diaz.
Being talented and being world class is different. You can be talented without consistency and without your work helping so much the team.
Harry Maguire.
Okay.
William Saliba.
How do you bring in Harry Maguire to this conversation?
He's a centre back.
That is a disrespect.
He's a centre back.
Not to Van Dijk.
Sir Harry Maguire.
No one will listen to that comparison.
I'm not comparing him. I'm just mentioning
You are asking,
backs that
yes,
were there.
That maybe they were better than Van Dijk, or
Yes.
they are better than Van Dijk.
Yes.
Then when you bring in Harry Maguire?
Because he was playing at Manchester United.
Playing in a position does not put you in proper contention of being the best. When you've failed to implement good performances along the way with consistency.